Hello everyone, thank you for finding your way to my Ivy's Corner channel. I am excited to have you here. I am going to be showing you a tangle today which was released at the recent Zen Again meetup of CTTs in Connecticut, USA. I was there with a lot of other CTTs and I had a fabulous time. I will pop a little link to my blog post that I wrote about the event in the description of this video for you. But today I'm going to be showing you a tangle, a newly released tangle that was shown to us for the first time at Zen Again. And that tangle is called Auragin. Like so. So like the word origin, but using aura. Very clever. So I'm going to dive straight in with my pen. I have my 2-inch square tile here from Fabriano Tiepolo paper. I've got my pencil and my tortillon ready to go. And I've got myself a Micron PN, which I'm going to be drawing with here today. So the first step for this lovely new tangle called Auragin is to draw ourselves an orb. Now I'm going to place my orb kind of maybe 2/3 up. This is quite a small tile, so obviously you can kind of go a bit more wild with this on a larger scale piece of a surface that you're working on. But the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of take off and land from this orb and bring it down with a little curve to a bit lower down the tile here. Now you'll see I've left a little bit of space over here because I'm going to be majority working this way, auraing from this particular shape that we've created here. I'm going to just start doing some more tethered auras, so tethering my aura at one end and then the other, taking off and landing on this shape. And I'm just going to keep repeating that nice and slow, bringing these tethered auras out and around, working my way from this central orb shape and bringing the aura down to meet at the end. And I'm going to start coming off a little bit further away, like round here. And when you feel like you've filled enough of that space, you can add some from taking off from here to fill some more of your space, and just do what works for your space and your tile. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking off from the other side. So I've started taking off from this orb, but I'm going to start taking off from here and bringing in my auras, tethering at this end, but bringing them round to my initial aura line, or my little initial line that I drew, taking off from the orb here. So I'm going to come around from this side, taking off and just wrapping it round underneath this orb. Taking off and landing. Taking off and landing, nice and slow. And then I'm going to start to give it a little bit more character, almost like a shell. There we go. So that is your basic Auragin tangle. Now at Zen Again, Maria played around with filling up these spaces with lots of different fragments, not fragments, but different tangles, and just kind of using it as a reticular to hold other tangles within. And I think that would be a lovely idea to do, but it's a bit tricky to do it on this smaller scale tile that I have here. So I'm going to dive straight in and just show you how I like to shade it. Now there's obviously a few different ways that you can shade tangles like this. I'm going to start by just adding a line of graphite here, where this initial line that I drew touches these most recent lines here, where they almost like tuck in underneath. Like so. And I'm going to add some graphite here where these lines start to come away from our orb, a little bit down here also. And then maybe some just here. Like so. And then I'm going to just soften that graphite, blending it into the paper, and then just any lines that I've placed down with that graphite, just giving them a softer edge and making them feel softer and more natural, like part of the image. On this section here, I'm turning my tile and I'm going to, using my tortillon on its side, encourage that graphite into the paper here and just soften it nicely. I'm going to also just add a little bit here to give me a bit more of that rounding effect, like this, and then soften this graphite also. But really, this is a tangle that will benefit from playing with all sorts of different shading ideas and techniques. I'm going to just add a little curve to our central orb to make it look like a pearl. But there you have the Tangle Auragin. Now it's a pretty simple tangle really. It's not too complex, but it's a really fun one to play around with and just to get used to the feel of. I did it at Zen Again and I added all sorts of lovely embellishments, and I'm really looking forward to trying that one out again and playing and seeing what we can create. But for now, this is the basic Auragin. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Hop down and have a read of my Zen Again blog, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.